Dan Lucero live from Bill Snyder Family Stadium, high atop in the press box with a K-State instant reaction here on our 580 Sports Talk YouTube page. The Kansas State Wildcats are 1-0 in Big 12 play after a 44-31 victory over the UCF Knights tonight here in front of a raucous crowd that K-State head coach Chris Kleiman shouted out in his post-game remarks, making sure he noted just how impressed he was with the noise from the crowd tonight. 10th straight sellout at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. The crowd brought it, and the Wildcats brought it, and DJ Giddens brought it. What a spectacular night for the Junction City Blue Jay. He was the bell cow in the backfield. No Trayshawn Ward, Will Howard banged up and gimpy, and it was the DJ Giddens show. And all he did was accumulate 293 yards of total offense, 30 carries for 207 yards and 4 touchdowns, including 3 in the first half. Also caught 8 passes for 86 yards. Those are all career highs for Giddens, and he's the first K-State back since Alex Barnes in 2018 to go up over 200 rushing yards in a game. Barnes had 250 in that game against Baylor back in October of 2018, 207 for DJ Giddens tonight, and the 4-pack of touchdowns. He was everything K-State needed him to be on a night where they weren't sure what they were going to get out of Will Howard. They weren't sure even if he was going to start coming into today. They had some extra time because it was a night game to get him ready to go, and he was ready. And Howard played well, 27 of 42 through the air for 255 yards. Did throw an interception for the 4th straight game. He's got to clean that up, but 8 rushes for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground for Howard, including the 31-yarder that put the game on ice with 2:06 to go. This was not an easy game. It might look like K-State was in full command from the final score, and really the final score could have been more lopsided had UCF not called a timeout with 6 seconds left so they could score a consolation touchdown. That did not please Chris Kleiman, and I'll bet he and the K-State staff remember that next time they encounter Gus Malzahn. But the game much closer than the final score would indicate. UCF hit for some splash plays. Second straight week, K-State secondary gave up some big chunks of yardage on deep balls. And on just 14 completions, Timmy McClain, the UCF quarterback, threw for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. They converted a flea flicker for a 69-yard touchdown in the first half. They hit for a 46-yard bomb early in the third quarter and led in the second half, 24-21. K-State responded really well to that, driving for a field goal. They are able to tie the game at 24. Then K-State comes up with a stop. UCF punts the ball in plus territory, a decision that I'm sure Gus Malzahn regrets. And K-State goes on a scoring drive, helped out by 2 personal foul penalties by the Knights, that enables them to take the lead on a touchdown run by Will Howard. And then when K-State got the ball back after a turnover on downs, up by, or rather not after a turnover on downs, after a missed field goal by UCF, up 7 with a chance to push the lead further and maybe put the game away. Unlike the Mizzou game last week where K-State just couldn't get that last drive that could put the game on ice, this time they did it. It was a 13-play drive. It took 6+ minutes off the clock, and it was finished off by Giddens, fittingly, for his 4th touchdown. K-State's offensive line much improved from the first 3 games. Christian Duffy's return at right tackle was helpful. He didn't play the whole game, but he played well while he was out there. It enabled them to keep Cooper Beebe on the left side of the line and really strengthened that beef up front for K-State. The offensive line was terrific, paving the way for nearly 300 rushing yards as a team. Defensively, Kansas State did give up the splash plays, but also made some splash plays of their own. Khalid Duke had a sack. Brendan Mott had a sack. Desmond Purnell, the Topeka native and former Hayden Wildcat, was terrific tonight as well, was one of the players of the game, as cited by Chris Kleiman after the contest, as he played really, really well and limited UCF when K-State's defense did get stops. Purnell was a big part of the reason why. It wasn't flawless, and Chris Kleiman and his staff would be the first to say so, but it is a win. A conference win, a home win, and it's a win to get back on track after that disappointing loss in Columbia 1 week ago. K-State goes into their bye week, chance to get everybody healthy, certainly feel like they'll be fresher and more prepared when they resume in 2 weeks. Their next game, 2 Fridays from today. Remember, they have that Friday nighter in Stillwater against Oklahoma State, their first Big 12 road game. But for now, K-State goes into the bye week back on the winning track and 1-0 in Big 12 play, 44-31, the final score tonight. From Bill Snyder Family Stadium, I'm Dan Lucero. This is 580 Sports Talk YouTube and the Twitter account. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking it out. And join us on Monday from 2 to 6. We'll break all of the football weekend down with you on 580 WIBW.